Yo, what up, y'all? This is another podcast for All You Can Eat Gaming. Back again. Give you the second part of Link's
Yes, we're
Awakening.
back.
Yes, we are totally
How
here.
are you
We ready
feeling after a week and a half since we're late?
to. Don't point out that already because the fans don't want to hear that negativity. We is here.
No, that's what it is. That's what it is, and we were late. So I'm sorry, guys. We're sorry. Even though it doesn't really matter at this point because we have not a big following. But on an unrelated note, we actually do have one follower, and that's a follower from where? The UK?
UK
Is that what
person.
you said last time?
Yeah. Hey, UK person hearing our
Yeah.
podcast or watching our videos on YouTube. We thank you for giving us a chance, and we hope there are many more people like you that would love to listen to us because we need a good, loyal people. I mean, wait.
Well, I can get in contact with people and get more followers,
Well,
but yeah.
you don't do that. So,
But other than that, guys, we are back and we are very happy to be talking about Link's Awakening, as you can see in the header. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing since we do got quite a bit to talk about. Actually, no, we don't. At least not for me. This is something embarrassing, but I did not finish the game. Now, Torres did on my behalf.
It's not all about finishing
so
sometimes.
he's got a lot more
Sometimes
to
it's about
say.
playing the game and enjoying the experiences that you had with the game.
Right.
But I did have the chance of finishing that game, and it's been a great game to finish, and I'm very glad that I did finish it because I enjoyed every bit of it. I really did. Like, for real, for real.
Although I can definitely tell you that I have finished this game in the past, so it's not like I haven't finished it before. It's just I simply didn't finish it this week. But yeah, so we got a lot to talk about here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, how do you feel after what's been going on in your week or in the last few days?
Well, I hadn't had some trouble with things. My grandma, like last week, we was supposed to do the podcast.
Oh, right. Yeah,
my
that's
grandma,
what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one thing. And then just like stuff on top of stuff. We do
God
live.
bless
I
her.
mean, like we best friends, but we do live like in different time zones. Like. So
Right.
yeah, so that's
Yeah,
why.
it's kind of
Yeah,
hard, and
yeah, that's why.
we also have to worry about like if one person has sound or not, or if the other person's busy, or stuff like
Right.
that.
Definitely.
But yeah, well, I mean, that's the only thing that like caused us not to be able to do it. But I think that's fine. So anyways, yeah, so the game,
Yes,
Link's
let's
Awakening.
get right into it.
Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, what do you want to talk about first? There's a lot to talk about.
Well, I like how the story is, like one of y'all, if y'all have not played this yet, there might be a few spoilers in here. So this is just a warning.
Right. Oh yeah, spoiler alert,
Yeah.
guys. Spoiler alert, please. We don't wanna just kick all the people out, all of our viewers, but we do have to stress that there are spoilers in these podcasts or
Yes.
videos if you're watching the video
So
version.
if you
So
if you
please,
want to, do not.
if you want to play the game, just play the
Yes,
game and then come back.
watch it so you can enjoy
Please come
the content with us. Do not watch this if you're
Right.
looking forward to
It
playing
will
the
give
game.
you our opinion
Yes.
about.
If you want to play this game, do not look at this video yet until you play this game because this game is very
Well, don't
interesting.
not look at the video, but it's gonna have our opinion on it, and we don't want to affect your opinion on the game if if you still haven't played it yet. But it's still a very good view because, like, maybe even if you listen to our podcast or to our video, maybe you will still have the same feelings about it, even if we did say what we said. But I think I do want to go over the things I didn't like about the game, actually, since I think, honestly, I feel there were more things I didn't like than I liked. And I kind of have like a middle ground between the things that exactly I didn't not like, but I didn't hate either.
right.
So I guess the game was more neutral to me rather than I hated it or that I liked it, because it wasn't a bad game, but I think you know the problem as much as I do, and it's the backtracking.
Yeah, it was just too much of that. Too much.
Give us an example. Like, you have a million examples, I'm sure. The whole game was basically
Yes.
backtracking.
This game just had too much backtracking, but it was kind of worth it when you got to all the instruments and stuff. But in the beginning, I was just like, it's just too much to just. I was like, bro, please, and with all this backtracking, I'm going just.
Yeah. Could you give us an example of the backtracking?
Who? But I had having to keep on go to the mysterious forest about 1,000,000 doggone times, having to keep going back and forth to the doggone town. It's getting my doggone nerves. Having to, it was just a lot.
Yeah, there was too much backtracking. That's basically, like I mentioned right now, it's the whole game is backtracking.
Yeah,
like it's not even the fun kind. Like in other games like Metroid, per se, you might have to backtrack, right? But at least they give you a little hint, like you cannot go in this door. And yeah, they do that here. They definitely do that here, but it's like it's tedious. Backtracking, it's not fun. You have like you're in this game. It's very important that you keep your hearts, because it's very easy to die in this game. It's not a game that helps you out in that sort of way. If your life goes down, if your hearts go down, and you have to do the whole dungeon like that. So if you're backtracking and you have to come back, it's like it's so easy to lose a bunch of time.
Yes.
Now, I did look up how much time the game takes if you were to do a normal run through, if you were to do a rushed run through, etc. And if you were to do even a rushed run through through this whole game, it would take at least 10 hours. Now, I don't think Game Boy Color games are supposed to take this long, even if it is Zelda.
Yeah.
Like, come on, 10 hours? That's going rushed, not picking anything up, just like not getting any of the seashells, which we'll mention later, and some of the other stuff. But yeah, it's, oh my god, it was just
terrible.
Horrible. Like, I hated how much backtracking there was.
It's too much.
Yeah, I don't know. What else did you not like about the game?
Another thing I didn't like was,
so we can just destroy all of these points.
well, another thing I didn't like about that game was just the fact that some things, like, I didn't like that how when the enemies, like, sometimes on some points when you spawn into an area or something, the enemies would come right at you already. Like, it's not like you had some of them games. It was almost like
Legends.
Like, how we play Gauntlet Legends, them enemies came and came right in your face. You couldn't even get in the door. I said, what the heck? It's like they rid of you at the door.
Right, like the slimes, they would just come out, and then and then sometimes the angle would be so bad. And you have to get it like pixel by pixel to hit the enemy. Like, I wish they would have made the hitbox bigger for the sword, because sometimes it just did not hit. And I think like he swings one sort of direction. So like if the enemy is a little bit farther away from your sword, there's no way to like hit him with the other side. Like, the sword only swings through the right to the left, and from the right to the middle. Or if you're looking at the right direction, is from the bottom to the right. It's kind of silly,
just
to be honest. And I know right, but at least at least A Link to the Past fixed this issue, where I feel it does swing the full amount of that, like the 180, right?
Like, it's just, but for all the things that we can't stand about this game, there's a lot of things that I do love about it too, though. I do like the story.
Right.
I do like the characters.
Yeah, the story is fine, although I kind of did not remember any of the story. The main story I do remember.
So you don't think that it's memorable? You don't think it's memorable at all?
Memorable.
Oh my god! Okay, so we go. Okay.
Oh, Taurus. It's not so memorable. Yeah. It's not rememberable.
But you know what?
Yeah, like I think it's not so bad. Like, the whole point of this story is like he crashes down. Marin, the girl that's supposed to. Oh, I also have something to talk about for this about Marin, but I'll talk about that later. But please remind me, please. Yes. In Marin finds him in the on the beach and or on the
Correct.
shore, whichever
Uh-huh.
you want to call it. And afterwards, he takes them to the room where the city is at, the town, not a city, but it's a town. Anyways, so she takes them there. You wake up, and that's where the game
Right.
starts. Marin's in the house, and her father, Terran,
Yeah.
is also
I
there.
was like, but
But also known as Talon and Malin from Ocarina of Time. But we'll go over that anyways. Yeah, and then the windfish is what made you essentially go in a dream. So this
right.
game is not placed in Hyrule. It has nothing
Nothing
to
at
do with
all.
Hyrule. Um, it's just essentially in a
Right.
dream. Even at the very beginning, it states that it's a
Mm-hmm.
dream. But yeah,
And oh,
simple,
and
very
that was kind
simple.
of creepy
But
throughout the story. That like as Link progresses through the story. I mean, like you can obviously name your character and stuff, but I just kept Link, like I just kept it with the default name. Just like I do with most games, like with Earthbound and stuff. I just keep it the default name. I don't really go into detail with naming my character, even though it's kind of like off subject.
I like to. I've done that recently. I've done that recently, but to be honest, I do name my characters. I put Maru or Maru X655, my old
Did you do it
username.
for this game?
I think you know that. Like yeah, I put
Oh,
Maru.
you
Yes,
did.
I
I
always put
just kept
Maru.
Link. Yeah, so yeah, that was just my.
But I think it's fine. At the end of the day, like it doesn't even matter. I think in the first Zelda game, it does matter. Like if you put Link, it triggers some sort of something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's. I know it's one of the Zelda
One of
games
them
that does
gems.
that,
Yeah,
or at
one of
least
them. I said
one.
one of them gems. But
Right.
but
But
like, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I had nothing to say. I'm just gonna say, besides the what we were saying about it being unmemorable,
Mm-hmm.
I think everything else in between is not really memorable. I mean, yeah, you do go through the dungeons, but the dungeons to me were not
No,
really
they
memorable.
wasn't. They
Besides
were just
that, oh yeah, you find the
yeah.
flippers, or you
They were
find
just
this, or
the
you find
dungeons were
that.
probably more annoying than they were memorable. No offense to the dungeons, but they was a little more annoying to me than
Yeah,
memorable.
yeah. I'm a person who loves Zelda, and like I've definitely played most of them. The one I haven't really that I've played but I haven't beat is Skyward Sword. I think that's the only one I have not actually
Mm-hmm.
beaten. And the HD
Wind Waker joint.
Wind Waker and
I would love to play Wind
HD
Waker
um,
HD.
Twilight Princess. Yeah, we could definitely do Wind Waker soon. But yeah, those are the only two games that I have not played. The HD Wind Waker and the HD Twilight Princess.
Yeah, those
But
are
I
the only
have played
two
the
that
original games to the end, and I obviously have Breath of the Wild. You
right.
know that,
Breath of
which that's one game you should buy
the
Toron.
that
So
is not my
do
name,
that.
so let's not get that twisted up on here. No.
Oh
But yeah,
god.
but like that,
Uh,
but that was one I want to talk about, like, cause it's a little eerie in the game, like a lot of the end, like when Link goes and defeats them, they talk about, oh, you need to be careful because you're in a dream too. You're going to disappear just like the rest of us because you think you're doing something, you're gonna disappear too. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm like, it's kind of
when does that happen?
but a lot of monsters say that, like they tell, like especially when he started nearing the end of the final fight, the final few
Yeah, I
fights.
didn't get
You
there.
showed then when he gets to the final few fights, some of them be like this. You uh, they be like, I'm gonna paraphrase it in like my own little Memphis way, and they be like, you need to watch what you're doing, Link, because you think you're doing something, you gonna end up disappearing in this dream too. Because just like the rest of us, you are a dream just as much as we are. So you might want to be careful.
Uh,
Think about waking up the windfish. So yeah, that's basically what they say.
I definitely agree that they do say some stuff throughout the game like that, but I once again not memorable. Cannot remember any of the like inside story that happened while I was playing through the game
Mm-hmm.
besides what I actually remembered of the game, which is what I explained a minute ago. That's everything I know about the game. Now I can't tell you about what happened, like some specific parts during some dungeons, because I thought maybe that part was memorable, like when you get the
Mm-hmm.
flippers. I have some cool stuff to say right now. Like actually I have my notes here so I could talk about that in a minute,
We are
but
definitely all ears. All ears.
No, but
know,
I wanna do that as like we
is it like
talk about how
like
the game progressed, like as the game started.
also all you can eat gaming. That was
For
a snippet of
example,
my vocals. My vocals. I got them vocals.
yeah,
You know, and that's about
yeah,
my
no, they're
vocals.
lost.
Don't okay.
They're lost in the end of Link's Awakening because the game disappears just like your
we
voice
ain't
did.
finna have that argument. Just know that I got them vocals, y'all. Anyway, so let's continue talking about this.
But one thing I can definitely say is that it is very cute. I think the pixel art in the game is drastically cute. I think maybe people are gonna get put off by this, but I think the game looks much cuter than the new version
on the Switch.
On the Switch. Like let me stop you there. That game looks really damn cute. Like the clay figure animation sort of that they have on the characters, the chibi cutie animations are so beautiful, and the game is just it looks nice. It looks really good. Although for me that whole Pixar and the way it's drawn, the way Miyamoto or Nintendo per se made it, I think it was so cute, and it's on the Game Boy. Like it's just so cute. It's so small, and I had okay. So let me tell you something. When I was playing this game, I had it like this is one of the first problems that I came across. So I played on my TV. Now, it's I think we are all like if you're playing on a TV, it's big. I think everyone has big TVs in their homes. So when you put it up on your 40, 50-inch TV, obviously the games are gonna look bad because they get spread out, right? They get it just does not look good. Even if you're playing a newer game like I don't know, like something in the Wii era, because it's not 1080p.
You definitely right about them Wii games. Because I tried to. I was wondering if it was if it was my TV, because I tried playing Brawl or Mario Party 8, and it just looked so bad. And I even tried putting in Super Mario Sluggers, and all the games was just looking bad. I said, "Is it my TV?" And I said,
But I mean, you could make it look better, obviously, if you upscale it, right? Which that's what I did. I upscaled the resolution, and it looked good with the filters. I believe there's like the 2x scale AI filter or something like that makes the game look much better. Now I did that, and now it doesn't look really good. And there were other filters that multiply it times like 8 or even more. Now this is a Game Boy game. Let's not get over ourselves. This is just a Game Boy game. There's no need to put that crap in 4K. There's no excuses. So I obviously want to play the game big, but I don't need to have it full screen. The game is just a square, like what is that, 4x4 or 4x3? Is that what they call it? Like a perfect square, like a normal CRT TV. Yeah, well, I played it like that, and when I stretched it out the first time, I was like, well, I'm not so smart. I think, I'm not very smart, and that's because like the words would get stretched out too, and I couldn't even read the words in the game. I couldn't read the text, so that's a big issue because it's a Zelda game. You need the text on a Zelda game, so I'm like, nope. I just like minimized it and made it smaller. Made it into a smaller tab so I could see the game better.
Because you need
and
you
then
need that text.
Well, it was also more ergonomic because right, and it was more ergonomic because I could actually read the game and play, and I just put the notes on the right so I could like type if I needed to type something. But if you are gonna play this game on a TV, big TV, do not do it. Just stick to a smaller resolution, and you could filter it out to have better graphics or smooth out the pixels, but please do not stretch that out. It's not good. But anyways, one thing I do want to say are the references in the game. Did you like the references?
I did enjoy a lot of the references there. I know you didn't get to this part, so I'll save it for later on, but I did enjoy a lot of the references. Like a lot of them were.
I'll just say now.
Like a lot of them were Mario references. Like you got the chain chump named Bowwow, which was cute.
That was funny. Yeah, I love that. I wanted to play through the whole game with Bowwow, but you can't.
Yeah.
I really wanted to take Bowwow everywhere.
Like Bow was adorable.
What else?
And then you got the little Goombas, and then it was like some part, and I don't know if I think it's the dungeon parts sometimes where it almost sound like the like what Mario song, the Mario song that went like dum 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 dum. Which one was that from? I forget which it was from. Was it from? I don't know.
Oh yeah, okay, I know where that's from. That's from the
Cause I can't think.
What are they called?
I can't think of.
The ship levels. They're the ship levels.
Oh yeah, the airship.
Those are the ship levels in Mario Bros. 3.
Then
airship.
it was like a underground part. Was that it almost sounded like that? Cause it was like dum dum dum, but it almost sounded just like that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was kind of like that. And
then
yeah, I think that little reference was nice.
And then another thing I didn't expect to see.
The Yoshi doll too. I like the Yoshi doll. That's cute.
Yeah, I liked it. And it was like a lot of nice little. I just liked it. And then another thing that I really wasn't expecting to see later on in the game was an evil Kirby. Like it was basically like a Kirby that was trying to kill you.
Huh?
Like it was like a Kirby enemy at the
where
like at the very end, like the very end of the game. I think like a level 7. It was either the level 7 or 8.
Dungeon 7.
Yeah, nigga. I mean,
okay.
Family friendly. Yeah. Yeah, Ricky. Level 7 to 8. y'all, this is family friendly. I'm sorry, you guys. But
oh no, you could say curse words. That's fine.
But I was like, that's a curse word?
not other words like beyond that. I think it's fine.
But yeah, like it was like a Kirby enemy, and it looked just like Kirby from the very, I think it was the NES. Ooh, Kirby. I'm like, but it was like an evil version where he tried to suck you up and stuff.
Right.
I said, what the word? An evil Kirby? This guy.
I don't know how evil Kirby looks. I wish you could send me a picture, like a snapshot of what you had.
Look, yeah, cause that was kind of creepy.
That's an evil Kirby.
Yeah,
okay, does he look like the Kirby from like Smash, the dark color?
But no, it was like the light color,
with the yellow eyes.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was the like the NES version of Kirby, the one from Kirby's Dream Land, and
the black and white one, like literally like no color.
But they color him pink. Like the one with the dot eyes, the one that just had the dot eyes. The Kirby, the one that just used to have.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, that's literally
okay.
Kirby. That's literally Kirby. I was like, and he's trying to kill you. I said, what in the world? He was bouncing around like a little puffball.
How did you kill him? How do you kill that enemy?
Since he sucked, I was like, you want to suck Kirby? I'm gonna give you something to suck about. I had to put a bomb in his mouth, and he died.
A bomb.
So yeah, since you want to.
Wait, are you? There was a like not mini boss, but there was some sort of boss that was like not even mini boss. It's like a pseudo semi mini boss, and he was like this like black thing jumping around with like a tail, and you had to like one of the birds that with the beak. They gave you the hint of leave a bomb and they'll eat it.
Oh and yeah, the one with the big lips.
Like a third dungeon, second dungeon.
Yeah,
that one.
Big old lips. Yeah. Yeah, I remember them.
Right, they look like kind of like gooey, but just black. Or like slime.
Oh yeah, and then another
slime ball.
Then another thing that was similar from Kirby was like them sea urchin things that's be on the top of the in the town in the beach area part. Like I thought them was Gordos at first, but they not Gordos. They were just sea urchins.
Oh yeah. From right.
Because I was
in the beach area.
I
also thought the same thing.
When I was able
I think that's where the reference is from.
Yeah, with the big eyes. Because I was like, when I was able to kill them, I was like, huh? I was like, shouldn't they be indestructible since they Gordos? I guess they not Gordos. They're just sea urchins.
But wait, didn't you push them with your shield? You can push them with your shield.
Yeah, I did that first, but
that's how I went through there first.
But you can also kill them with your sword once you get that sword now. I said Nim. When you get to that sword.
Right. Yeah, I think you don't have the sword at that point,
No,
right?
not the first part. You have to just shield everything. Like you have to shield them off the rocks. And then some that really had made me laugh for a minute was them flying off the rock. I said flying. What they flying for? And I'm like how you have a cockroach and you have a flying cockroach. I'm like, what the world? What are they flying for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was a lot of there were a lot of oh, and the enemies. Oh my gosh. We didn't even talk about the enemies. The enemy that I hated the most was one, that thing that flies around and drops bombs.
Oh yeah, that little flower looking thing in the air.
I hated that thing so much. It's the worst thing ever because like he would throw it exactly where you would walk to, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna juke him and I'm gonna walk back so it doesn't hit me, and he would throw it exactly right there where you juked him, and then well, he just juked
what's
you.
What's wrong with you, bro?
Oh my gosh, he looks like how Paint Manny gets hit in like, oh my gosh, it's the worst thing. Do you even know who Paint Manny is? By the way?
You said Peyton Manning? Okay, yeah, because I know who that is then. Because at first I thought you said Paint.
He was the quarterback for the
yeah, I remember.
Not paint like a paint,
yeah,
but like
that's why I thought you said at first Paint Manning. I said Paint Manning. Who is Paint Manning? I was like, what?
That would be funny though. But yeah, the quarterback for the Colts. Well, he was ex-quarterback, but yeah. He would just get juked, just like in this game they juke you so bad. But yeah, that's the worst enemy. I think every other enemy was fine. I mean, yeah, I think every other enemy was pretty easy to kill. I think the only one enemy that I didn't like was the enemy that shoots like this star thing, and as soon as you get close to it, it teleports and shoots another one, and as soon as you get close to it again, it teleports, and that I think that's in like the fourth dungeon.
That thing reminded me of a Magic Cooper. That was that thing kind of reminded me of like how them do.
Yeah, they're kind of like that.
A lot of things reminded me, and then it was this little part. I don't know if did you ever get to this part where you had to awaken the little demon with your little magic bag, and he came out.
Oh yeah. I was there so early in the game, but then I didn't throw it, and. I got there so early in the game, but I didn't know what to do there, so I just like left and came back, and I randomly threw the magic bag, and it got my inventory space to like 40 the magic bag.
And it's so funny because he think he cursing you, but he actually helping you. It's almost like now that reminded me of another Mario game from what game was that? Paper Mario, Paper Mario the 1,000-Year Door, like when Mario and them. But when Mario, like when that little chest thing calls out to Mario and they're like, please help me, I need to get out. And then when they open the chest, he comes out and be like this, ha, I'm gonna curse you, you done fell in my trap. And then he ends up doing something to help Mario instead of hurt him. And I said that kind of remind me, that remind me just like that, like the little devil thing. Think he messing up Link, but he just helping Link because the laws of physics does not apply. In some games, so yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I think that some of the enemies, I wish he would. Actually, he does remind me of the little guy, the little devil from Dragon Quest. I think that's where he's from. The little devil from Dragon Quest. I think that's exactly the same one.
Oh yeah, and then it was another. Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but he's the exact same one. If you literally go to Dragon Quest Builders or the new one that just came out, the 12S Definitive Edition, if you play that one, you'll see the little devil, and he looks exactly like that little devil or bat or whatever you call him. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of very and more memorable parts in the game like that.
Then it was
now even at the beginning of the game. Like, to be honest, like, just trying to find the library and trying to get the sword, it took me, like, 5-10 minutes. And I mentioned this because I feel like that is not supposed to take that long. Just, you're supposed to, like, find in the first 2 minutes. And, yeah, besides that, like, the grappling game, did you feel that was hard? The little grappling game that you get the Yoshi thing?
They get on my nerves a lot. They really did. was pissing me off because that game pissed me off. I would not piss me off, but it can't. But like, cause I was just having the hardest time trying to get that dog on your shit. I was like, bruh, cause it moved so slow. You had to like move it at a certain time. Like, what the heck? And I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I would just get lucky, and every single time that I pressed A, like for it to go down, I would always get something. I don't know if that was skills or just luck, because I wasn't even trying. It would just do it like randomly.
but see that was my problem
But
because I could get something, but I never was able to get the thing that I wanted to get. Like if I wanted to get them little rupees, it'll end up giving me something else because the prizes itself is moving so fast, and then the crane is moving so slow. So I'm like, bro, like that little song, the one that they
right,
remixed,
and I
huh? Like that little song, the one they
which
remixed, like
song?
bruh, the one the I wish I could put that song in here, bruh.
Maybe we can, so they can see it, so they can listen to it. But yeah. So what about the rupees? What did you think about the rupee like count? Did you think it was easy to get rupees? Did you feel you had to grind to get rupees,
A little bit,
or did you just play naturally and you got rupees on the way?
Like I feel like you had to really kind of like I feel like from my perspective, I feel like I had to grind like a little bit to get some root because I had to find like little hidden places and hidden chests and stuff. Like when I killed enemies and I was able to get rupees, like it was pretty like it was like a mixture between playing naturally and kind of grinding a little bit because they didn't come to you easy. Like they weren't just gonna.
I never really grinded, by the way.
I mean, I just
since look, I literally backtracked a million times, and that's what got me all the rupees. Like I always had max rupees from the very beginning, like the first hour or two in the game. I already had like 800 rupees.
What?
Yeah, I got to 99 rupees a lot. Yeah, I had a ton of rupees. By the Tail Dungeon, I had like so many rupees. Like I already had at the Tail Dungeon, the first dungeon in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I had like 400, 500 rupees, which is like what? Yeah, it's kind of dumb. I feel like for me it was really easy, but it's because of backtracking. And the story is not so clear, so you get lost all the dang time. And the game asks you to do things at a very specific way. For example, later on, once you try to get one of the seashells. I got all the seashells, by the way, or most of them. I think like 18 seashells. I think that's as much as I could have got until the place I finished. And you get the seashell by like going. After you finish, which dungeon is it? I think it's the water dungeon, one of the water dungeons, and you take the ghost out. The ghost comes with you, and you have to take it back to his house, which is in the south part of the game, and then you go back north to his not to the cemetery, but his what was it? It was the cemetery, right?
No, he kind of had him in like a little a spot by himself though. I don't remember if it was. I think it was.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you have to take him back to his own grave, and then from there you have to walk all the way back down there, and you have to go like inside his house. There's like 5 little pots. You break the one that's on the bottom right, and you got it. But you cannot get that seashell unless you have gone through those certain scenes in the game, which. Yeah, it's like if you went by there and you destroyed every pot and you're not gonna come back and get it. I mean, he does mention it in the text, but to come back all the way, to walk all the way down there, it's really annoying. And not even to mention, it's hard to get around. Like you need to always press start.
Yeah.
You always need to be changing your items.
Ugh. That was I forgot to mention that. That was definitely on my annoying list. Having to keep on constantly changing items.
Oh,
because they used to get on my nerves. I was like, why do I have to keep on constantly changing? I'm like, I had to change the jump. I had to change to the strong thing to lift the rocks. I had to keep on. Ooh, it was annoying. And then I really.
For you old players, think of it like you're in the water temple in Ocarina of Time, and you have to keep setting the metal boots, the iron boots, on and off. You have to press start, take off the iron boots, take it off, walk, take them off, press start, take them off again, let yourself go up, then use them again, etc. That's basically what it is. And if for you kids out there that have never played Zelda, it's like in Fortnite when you're trying to move, like you have to press tab
all play
or you press start, and you're trying to move you have to move your guns to the correct place on your slot, so you have the shotgun next to the machine gun, next to the sniper, etc. That's basically what it is. You have to like get out of your way. You have to get out of the game basically, and you have to set it up, and then you have to come back. But imagine every single time you do anything. If you want to walk back to this part, you need your sword, and your sword does not stay equipped forever. You can also, well, actually that was pretty cool that you can remove the sword from one of the slots, because that allowed them to have more variety with the dungeons. But still, like, they shouldn't have done that. They should have just left the sword, the A button, and then you can only change the B button. But yeah, you have to keep changing over again. If there was a rock, you have to pick it up with the bracelet, the arm bracelet thing.
It was just
right. And I wish it was just they give you the bracelet like Ocarina of Time and done.
Like
you can
like,
use it whenever you want.
Right.
You don't have to change between items.
That was annoying. And then like I really never used my, like I had the shield and stuff, but I really never used the shield too much after I got a lot of other stuff, because like I just need the jumping jump, the lifting jump, and my sword.
The jumping thing was it worked wonders.
That was
I could tell you that's how I would get around. Did you know you could travel faster with that? If you like, if you jump just straight in one direction, you jump slow. But if you like kind of like curve your jump or zigzag, you jump really fast.
Really?
So you can like go through it faster. You don't need to use the Pegasus boots, which is another item we'll get to in a bit.
Yes.
You could go. You don't need the Pegasus boots to go fast, because I think that's what you were using, right, to get around.
Not really.
The Pegasus boots.
I used a lot.
Oh, you would just walk.
Yeah, I used the jumping jump a lot too.
Yeah. No, the jumping thing is the thing I use the most too. Like, if I didn't want to get hit by an enemy, I would jump around them and get away. And I found myself in those situations a little bit too much, where I was in a dungeon and I didn't want to die. So I would walk out of the dungeon. I would backtrack to a place that had hearts, like grass, to be specific. And then I would just come back fully healed. And yeah, those mushroom things that were flying around, throwing down bombs, would always get on my case, and I would hate them.
Yeah, because they are definitely annoying. It would be like if they was things.
Yeah, I definitely did not like those.
If there was a thing, I would definitely. Punch
if it was a thing, I would also punch them. Come on, like we can double gang them, I guess.
Yes, because they got us.
But anyways,
this is really fun to talk about this game.
But yeah, like I don't know. I also found myself. I also found myself like not knowing what to do in many situations. Because of the way, once again, the game is structured. If you don't do things a certain way, then it won't do anything. It's like this is super 100% linear, even though they might let you get some items a little bit earlier than others, and they give you they kind of make a figment for you to think that it is open world. Like, let's just say Link to the Past, you could do some out of order, some dungeons out of order, but it's not really. It's like pseudo open world. It's not even pseudo. It's just linear, and it's just really cumbersome when you're trying to beat one dungeon, do your thing, come back, go to the next dungeon. You have to backtrack a billion times. And once again, I keep mentioning this, but it's just so annoying. Like, really bad.
But
one thing I did want to mention. That I didn't get to talk about. Well, after you beat the first dungeon, which is too easy, um, you get to a cameraman. I don't know if you went to his house, but if you
Oh, yep,
basically
I did. The little
talk
rat.
to him, you get soft locked.
Oh, really?
I got soft locked, yes. And you have to consider that I didn't save my game prior to this, so
Oh, that's what you got soft locked.
I had to restart the game again.
Oh, yeah, that's what you got soft locked. What you was telling me.
All of that backtracking all over again. Yeah, I got so pissed off.
I bet.
I got so angry because, like, imagine, like, that little sequence just soft locked the game. I couldn't go back. I couldn't load a state because I just couldn't. And then, yeah, it was horrible. I didn't like it. But you soft locked. It sucks. But anyways, so what about the first dungeon? Did you like it?
It was alright. Like in my time, it was okay. It was like a good. I
thought it was easy. Too easy though.
It was like a good little intro to well, not really, but it was like a pretty good simple intro to the dungeons that you will come to face eventually.
Yeah, later on. The second dungeon, I got soft locked again.
Again, for real. And
yeah, you can get soft locked in some of them.
And I really like the.
I don't know if I sequence broke it.
Mm-mm.
Maybe I sequence broke it a little.
Yeah, you might do a little something like that. Cause
I don't know.
You shouldn't be having two.
Or because like the keys, you're supposed to do it in a certain order.
Yeah.
With the keys and like open which door.
Yeah.
And I did get. That's how I got soft locked. I got. But but I think it was easy. I think that boss for the second dungeon was pretty fun.
Yeah, like,
and the way you have to find it, I think it's nice.
And let's also talk about the musical instrument that you get from the first dungeon, which is the cello. I did write. I remember to write. I remember to write the name of the instruments down, which is good. So you get the full moon cello, and all of these instruments. Basically, like I said, like the whole point of the game is Link is joining these instruments together to wake the windfish and get rid of the nightmares that's in the dream, and so they call the bosses the nightmares.
Yeah.
which is kind of cute, and it's kind of corny.
Oh yeah,
kindergartenish.
They do word of that.
But not kindergarten.
But I mean, it is relevant to the game.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool. So I'm like, so you get your first instrument, the full moon cello, and I also like in the game, like this is the part about the ocarina. You can find the ocarina, and then you can play with Marin. I was calling her Marin at first, like Marin and Tarin, but I was like, no, it's Marin in the
no.
So you first get the ocarina. The first song you learn is with her, which is the main song that you're gonna play at the end of the game, which is the Ballad of the Windfish. And she sings it in a song, and you just play it on your ocarina with her in like a harmony type way. And I said, oh, that's kind of cute. And then later on, I'm gonna talk about the other two as we progress through the story, because the other two is a little later. But you talked about I think Marin is the first song from her that you learn on your ocarina.
Yeah, the first song that you learn, and then you learn the fish song.
And
the fish.
And then the other song, the one that
lets you teleport. I love that. Actually, yes. I love that song that lets you teleport.
And I like the little melody too.
I thought that little melody was like some sort of like Elvis song. That you would hear like in an old bass, like an old bass from like the 1960s or something.
Yeah,
that's what it reminded me of. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
But and then what was that last one?
Now you have it in my head. God damn it!
What was that last one? The frog and his peoples. The frog.
Nope, did not hear that one.
Oh, you never got to that part. Oh yeah, I can't even remember how that song went. I think it was.
Please give us a
little jazzy type feel. Like, well, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna sing because I can't remember how it went. But basically,
was it like Careless Whisper?
No, it wasn't that one. It was basically like. It was basically like a lively song.
You know Careless Whisper, right? The one that goes like that, like the saxophone.
Okay, I'm singing that.
Oh, that's a good song.
I'm never gonna dance again.
That's a generational song. That's what gets all the ladies and gets all their things down. But anyways,
known better than the trees. I forgot the lyrics, but but that song, basically the frog song, all it did was just basically liven up things around you. Like if someone was dead or something, or like say you had I think you had to awaken a dead bird you had to play the song in front of some bones, and all of a sudden the bird's flesh would come back into the bones and it'd come back to life, which is kind of creepy. Yeah. But it was other than that, it was
weird.
It was because it did say
yeah. Uh-huh. Well, one thing I could definitely tell you that I did want to tell you was one of the I think where you get the Pegasus boots. This is something that actually I did like about this game. Uh-huh. It's the first time that it obviously it already showed you the flying feather thing. Yeah. That you could use to jump. But I think it's the second dungeon where it shows you, or it basically introduces multi-item use. Like you have to take off your sword and you actually have to put on the Pegasus boots and the feather and run and then jump. Right. I couldn't figure out what to do in that part for a little while until then I tried it and it worked and I'm like, holy crap, I'm a genius. But that's how they designed the game, for you to feel okay, I figured it out.
Yeah, this game really wants you to figure stuff out. It really does. It wants you to figure.
No hand holding. Yes. Whatsoever at all.
None
0.
at all.
Nada.
It wants you to figure out everything. Okay, I don't know why I feel like singing today. I need to shut up.
But you know what I did enjoy? The castle part with the guy.
With the guy.
What's his name? Linus? Wilbur? I don't know. But the guy, the king guy that had the castle.
From Linux and Linus to Wilbur. What the heck? Anyway, yeah.
Things just happen, man. Things just happen. But yeah, I like when you go in and you have to give the bananas to the monkey and you get to go inside the castle. I think those were fun.
I did like that whole little trading segment. That whole little trading segment was kind of fun. Was kind of cool.
No,
I like it.
Not the trading sequence. I'm just talking about the castle itself. Okay. The castle was fun, and that's the last time I can say I had fun in the game. That's when it ended. After this part, it just was all tedious. Doing the trading sequence. Do you want to talk about what the trading sequence was? The whole thing.
I kind of liked it though, cause
go ahead and give it all.
I mean, let me see. I don't think I wrote that down, but you do.
Say everything that. Okay, so Yoshi.
The Yoshi doll. The bow. Was it the bow? No, it wasn't the bow.
The bow that you have to give to Bowwow's little sister Chomp Chomp thing. Then was
some dog food. And
the dog food, that you give to the alligator. Mm-hmm. And then from there, he eats the dog food, by the way.
Lord.
And what else? So the bananas, the bananas to the monkey. The monkey gives you the stick to the honey. The honey to the broom? No, the honey to the honey for the broom, yeah.
Was it really the broom? Because I'm like, that's a...
Yeah.
Because I know one of them had gave you something. This is all I got.
Broom.
This is all I got is a broom. Sorry. I was like, you get your little weak trade. Yeah.
And you give it to the woman, the old lady.
I'm like, wow.
And then from the woman to the... oh, yeah. That was all of it. Then the broom to the fisherman.
Yeah.
And from there, you're supposed to find the fisherman in the south, near Animal Village, which is the second village that you find in the game.
Right.
Which second, the last village you find in the game. And basically there you get another... what do you get there? You get the scale. You get the mermaid scale.
Oh,
you take the mermaid scale to the... No. I'm wrong. You get the mermaid necklace, but in the Japanese version, it's the mermaid bikini.
Yeah.
And then you give the mermaid bikini or necklace for us Americans, and we give it to the mermaid, which is in the north part of the Yeah. Then we give it to the mermaid, which is in the north part of the something bay. I don't know the name of of the the lake. You go to the north part of it. You find her. You get the scale, and then you go to the statue that you find at the south, and you get, what do you get from
Hey,
that?
you was talking about Martha's Bay. Martha's Bay. Martha.
Yeah, Martha's Bay. Yeah, and once, oh yeah, I remember. After you give the scale to the mermaid statue, you go inside and you get the magnifying glass. Now you can use this magnifying glass to find this. I don't even know what he is or what his name is, but you go to the south of where the beach is at, and you can get the boomerang. So I had the boomerang. Did you get the boomerang?
I got the boomerang. I got a lot of items.
And with the thing that sucks about it, is that you have to change one of your items from your B slot. So and you cannot give away the like magic powder. You have to give away like your shield. You have to give away something. Actually, no, not the shield. You have to give away something like the hook shot or the feather, which obviously you're not gonna give away.
Yeah,
you need those
them.
items for the other dungeon. So, but did you know one tidbit that you'll actually like? Do you know the final boss?
Yeah. What about him? I thought you didn't get that far.
You could. I didn't, but this is something that I knew about the game.
That you already knew. Yeah.
If you could use the boomerang, you could use the boomerang to one shot him.
What?
You could kill the final boss in the game with the boomerang with one hit.
What?
So if you took the boomerang and you hit him, the final boss, the last final boss that you have to kill 6 times or like how many ever times.
Yeah. You talking about
you just hit him once
the one
and
that starts
done.
off like a shape shifting thing. Yeah.
Right.
For real.
And you have to kill him. He ended up being all the nightmares, right?
Yeah.
Because of the nightmares that you beat in the game.
Yeah, basically comes every single one.
Yeah, you can one shot him with a boomerang.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you like had problems with that. But if you didn't, then that's cool. But if you did,
what? That's so crazy. Because I think I had started off by pouring the magic on him at first. Because it said something, I had read something in the book or something about pour the magic on him to weaken him at the start, and that's when he started becoming all the. Oh man, I wish I would have known that. That sucks. Also, that really sucks. Like
it's cool though.
Like
it sucks.
Like it doesn't suck. It sucks. But which
is double the suck
yes,
amount.
Definitely.
That's what she said.
Oh God, I mean, family friendly.
Family friendly.
Yes.
But I think a lot of the dungeons kind of annoyed me because like they, like, and I don't know, from my knowledge, in every Zelda game, at least like the top down ones, if there is a wall that needs to be destroyed, besides the first Zelda game, if there's a wall that needs to be destroyed, it will have a crack. In this game, it did not.
Some do.
A lot of the walls.
A lot of them don't. Like a lot of them. Did you? Yeah.
That's why I could say I can excuse the first Zelda game. In the first Zelda game, that's what the game is about. You find bombs and you literally put a bomb everywhere. You get the fire and you put every bush on fire to find all the secrets. Every screen in the first Zelda game has a secret. You just have to find it, and it's tedious, but it's fun. That's what makes that game fun. It's 100% overworld, and like Breath of the Wild, it's just 100% open world. You can literally do whatever the heck you want. This game is linear, so when you have that sort of thing in this sort of game, it's just like, it's annoying. It's not fun, because like, if it's gonna be linear, be linear. If you're not gonna be linear, then just don't be linear.
If you're gonna let you make
up your mind, game.
If you're gonna let us make our own choices, then do that. If you're gonna want us to follow a certain path, then do that. Stop going out the way. Like just let it, like, just like, man, let us do something.
Yeah, but I think you remember that I got stuck trying to put the angler key in the stupid dungeon. Literally, I was there trying to like, well, okay, this is what you have to do. You get the angler key by going to this like desert, right? And you go there, you fight like an enemy or like a mini boss. You get the key, and you get like some hearts there, a heart container. Anyways, you go up north, you take the portal so you could get there faster, and you have this keyhole, like it's goddamn Kingdom Hearts or something, and you put in the key, and you still can't get in. You have to find another way. Now, the game does not tell you straightforwardly how to do this. You have to go through like a completely different way. I was literally stuck in this part for more than 6 hours. I remember, I think this one we spoke last time, right, on like Saturday. No, it was not Saturday, it was Friday, and I started playing this like at 4 a.m. and we talked again. Me and Torres talked again, and it was already like 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. my time, since I was playing in the morning. But that was what, like 8 hours?
Yeah, that was
8 hours trying to just BS around the game, trying to find a stupid way inside the angler's dungeon, and obviously I did find it, but by that time I was kind of already like fed up with the game. But obviously I wanted to finish the game, but we didn't, because just didn't. I didn't, at least you did. But I mean, let's be quite blunt here. Let's be honest here. You didn't beat the game without the walkthrough.
I think y'all disregard that. You did not hear that.
Did not
hear that.
This is the only. Okay, let's be honest here. This is honest gaming.
Don't be trying to buzz me out.
We have changed to honesty gaming.
Buzz me out,
this is the church.
No.
This is church gaming, because we follow the
buzz
word.
Me out. Don't be trying to get. Yes, y'all, it's true.
So,
I used the walkthrough a little bit.
He did use the walkthrough, but that's fine, because the game is hard as balls and does not tell you anything at all. Like, I understand you're not supposed to get your hand held in games. I feel that's the correct way to play games.
Correct.
I think when you hold the player's hand too much, it's horrible. But this man right here, he just did it, and he did go through the whole game, but that's fine, because I think that's the way to go over old games.
Through some of them stupid parts.
Dude, literally. I played the game much like before you did, and you got to the 4th dungeon much like as fast as I did, or even farther. And I actually played the game without no walkthrough, like 0 walkthroughs, 100%. Like I actually did play the game vanilla, like no walkthroughs, nothing.
Y'all, he must want a cookie, y'all. He must want him a cookie.
But
he want him a cookie.
I want a trophy. I want to be in Time magazine. I want to be next to Queen Latifah.
Why are you Queen Latifah for? She ain't even relevant no more, is she? Oh, I'm sorry, Queen Latifah, if you're watching this. You know I love you, girl. I always have loved you. I always will. You one of my favorite
and I wish I could be a billionaire. Basically, that's what I wanted to say.
What's that song go? Is it billionaire or millionaire? I want to be a billionaire. Is it millionaire or billionaire? I want to be a millionaire. I want. Did you say I want? Okay, I want to be a millionaire or billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. Is it billionaire?
Billionaire. It's a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. So freaking. Oh, I thought it's freaking fast.
What? Nigga.
I butcher every freaking lyric that I see.
You doing so much. You just, it becomes like
it's loud. My normal way of it comes naturally. Yeah,
you doing so much. Oh my Lord. And also,
but yeah, guys, if you play the game, basically you have to find.
Like one more thing I did want to talk about this game is that the new added for this version we played DX. It added the color dungeon. And which is a nice little addition to it. And
we forgot that.
And I made
the DX is the Game Boy Color version, not the Game Boy version.
Right.
There's 3 games to be 100 with this. So if you want to play all of them, you can go through Game Boy Color, and Switch, which is out now. It was out last month.
After playing this game, I actually might get that version.
I'm not gonna get it.
I might.
Nope.
I might.
I don't even want to. No, because in that game you still have to do all the backtracking.
True.
which I'm not
True.
doing anymore.
I mean,
I'm done with this game for the next 20, 30 years until I'm
I
an
might
old
let
man.
my rage die down a little bit before I get that one on the Switch. So okay.
Yeah, I think that's. I'm just gonna get something
but I
like
but I
Mario
like how.
Maker 2
Oh yeah,
or
yeah,
Builders,
yeah.
Dragon
I
Quest
might go
Builders,
look.
which are better in my
But you know,
opinion. I don't know. I think if I go back to any old Zelda game, I think I'm just gonna go back to anything else but this game. Like it's a good game at its base, at its core, because it is Zelda and it does feel like Zelda. But it definitely, you could see
the flaws.
you could see the change, yeah, the flaws very easily. And obviously this was a game that was supposed to be on a Game Boy. It was supposed to take a long time, something where you're a kid and you're waiting to go to Pizza Hut. You know, your parents are taking you to Pizza Hut and you're waiting at the back of the car when the lights are off, which is not so convenient because the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color had no light,
at all.
no backlight.
So,
So that's, yeah, you have to wait when your parents are driving and there's one of those like street lights that pass by and you could finally see something.
and
That's basically me with the Game Boy Advance, dude. It was me like I was squinting the whole time and my parents are driving and like I was just waiting for the street lights to light up the game. That was basically me in my advanced years. But yeah, I think this game was you basically just go through the dungeon, you try to find the compass, you try to find the map, you find the beak, because there are these owls in the game that you have, like, they won't tell you any information until you get the beak in a chest, and then you essentially put it in the beak, and there's a few different owls per dungeon. So yeah, besides that, seashells and heart containers, I had every single heart container that you could find up to the point where I was. So that was basically, I only needed 2 more heart containers, and I finished all the heart containers. So from the very get-go, I had a ton of hearts. I don't know about you. Did you get all of them?
But I was pretty close. I think I got like about...
I don't think so. I don't think you found them all, because it took me like all that backtracking and being lost. Let me find most of them. Like I knew depending on how many dungeons I had, which 3 dungeons left, so I was missing 3 hearts plus 1 more of the 2 heart containers that I could not get yet because I wasn't there. But besides that, I think like yeah, all the heart containers, so I had a lot of life throughout the game, God bless. And what else? The seashells, right? The seashells. What about those? Did you get those?
I got a lot of those. Like I was finding some places. I was like, it was fun.
How many did you get in total?
I don't remember that.
I honestly think you got maybe like 5
please,
or 6.
Please,
honestly, because
I
think
more than that. I got way more than that. Okay.
I got 18.
Nick, but I mean,
because actually I was looking for them, Ricky, and I did a lot of the side quests.
I think I got about 20 some of them jumps food, like for real. I think I got about 20 some of them jumps. Yeah. I did.
You did not get 20. What do you get at the 20 mark?
Let me go back to my.
What do you get at the 20 mark?
Let me go back to my save file.
At the 20 mark. Okay, go back to your save file right now, and I bet you did not get.
Too bad we are in the podcast right
20,
now.
not even 10.
I'm
a power cast.
Just wait till we get done.
Did you say power cast?
Just wait till, no, I said what? Why would I say that? Power cast podcast.
I mean, it technically is a power cast because we're using a lot of power to do this. But yeah, so once you get 20 seashells, you get the seashell sword, which is basically the level 2 sword in the game. I got that most things.
Yeah. She sells seashells by the seashore. Oh, I said it right on the podcast. Hey, she sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by
But try this. Try this one. She sells. Okay, Shaniqua sells seashells by the seashore.
Shaniqua.
Not Shanika. Shaniqua. Shaniqua sells seashells by the seashore.
Shaniqua sells seashells by the seashore. Shaniqua sells seashells. Okay, anyway. Yeah. So,
honestly, I think we spoke way too long for this game. Like,
Yeah, like surprisingly,
I think
I didn't think
we're hating on the game a little bit too much. But honestly, I don't hate on the game. I
I
just
do love it. I do
hate
like it.
that with time. I just hate
Yeah,
that with
yeah,
time you
with a
could
time
see
constraint.
the clear flaws, and not that you just get older, not that you just get older and you see the flaws, but like because you could tell the game has not
At
aged
all.
well, not by its graphics but by its mechanics. I think compared to the other games like Links to the Past, that game has aged really well. If you look at, I mean, considering this is a Game Boy and Game Boy Color game, that's probably why, and it had limitations, big limitations. But look at even the first Zelda, like it had a lot of limitations, but it was still so much bigger than this game. This game, it felt big because, and considering it was on a Game Boy Color or Game Boy, but still, like, come on, the game was just really unbearable when you had to like keep backtracking that much. It's like it's horrible. I don't really see myself playing this game again until a while, or
it'll probably be a little while before
the new one.
It'll probably be a while before I go back to it. Oh, the backtracking and all.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the story. I mean, well, I like.
But the last thing that I did want to say about Marin and Terran, there was a
Oh, you manage yourself.
I did see something about someone talking about Marin and Terran. They are like the echo. They are the echo because he's in a dream. You know, he's in a dream. And this Link, he's the Link from A Link to the Past. Because if you look at the timeline, that's what it shows. But the Link to the Past did not meet Talon or Malon. He did not meet those two. But if you do manage to play Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons, you do Link does meet a version of Malon and Talon, and I think Malon is supposed to be like, I don't know what she's supposed to be, but Talon is the Mario version of like Mario.
Right.
He's supposed to basically be Mario, and you see that in this game, both of them echo, like their spirits echo into this game, into his dreams. I don't know. There's a lot of theories into that, but I once again, the game is fine. Like at its core, it's a good game, but for these little things like having to press start every single time you want to do anything at all, or simply backtracking, I think that makes the game a little bit unbearable to play. I don't know. You guys can come back to it if you guys would like. Go ahead and play the game. Give us your opinion. Tell us if you guys had the same issues as us. I think we're gonna end it off, and because and plus we did get a little bit. We did this podcast a little bit late, so we have to do the next game right away so we can finish by this Saturday. What, we only have 2 days?
At least
I think.
Be off Saturday. So.
Friday or Saturday. Two days. So yeah, essentially, I think we'll finish off here. Once again, I didn't finish the game, but I finished the game before, so I'm not gonna count this game like I have not beat it. But for the sake of this episode, I didn't beat this particular playthrough. So anything else that you want to mention about this game?
I pretty much think you nailed it on the head, and I think that like you said, we're gonna end it off here. Y'all, please. Thank you for staying with us this long, talking about this game, because we had a more interesting conversation than we both thought we was gonna end up having about this game. But that's much a good thing, and we definitely want y'all to keep supporting us, and we appreciate all of y'all support. And
right, I think we didn't even mention anything from the very beginning. This is the part that we talk about. That we talk about the game. If you check out the first video or the first part of the podcast, it will tell you our views before we play the game, which I think you'll find that it's very different than what we're thinking now.
So the first video so if y'all want to hear those thoughts, make sure you go watch that.
Fun, blah blah blah.
Like make sure y'all go watch that part first.
It's short. It's just like 10-15 minutes.
Yes.
Right, and just to let you guys know, we have been you can support us in many different ways.
Yeah.
We don't have a Patreon yet, but we will have one if you guys want to support us there. Or you can support us by listening and watching us once in YouTube. We are also on Spotify, Apple
Google
Podcasts,
Podcasts,
Google
and many
Podcasts.
more. Like,
Right, and you could see all of them through our Anchor, which is the application or the company we're using to help us with all of these
and
podcasts.
we'll have a link to the website description below for any other website that you're watching this on, whether it be YouTube or Apple Podcasts or Google
or Spotify or anything.
Because we had to ditch SoundCloud.
Right. So
sorry, SoundCloud.
Make sure to listen to us in every single website. Okay. Do it now.
Do it.
Let it finish and then go on to the next one. Spend all day. Look, go on to Spotify and listen to it. Then afterwards, the next hour, listen to it again. If you're in the car, if you're in the West Palace,
if you're in the bathroom,
if you are
in the car, if you're going outside to check your mailbox,
in the West Palace, exactly. If you're in a tent camping outside, listen to us. If you are with your lady friend or your boyfriend or whoever you're with, listen to us. Share us with all the people that you possibly can, so we can so we can have more people listening. And by the way, one thing that I did want to tell all of you guys, hopefully soon in the future we can have other people in the podcast as well, we can have a little bit more interesting conversations. Right, I think that would be very interesting to have.
Because
so, guys, I think we're gonna finish it off here.
Even though the conversation even though the conversation may be interested with us already, but we definitely want to have more guests, like especially more of our friends and more people that we might think that's honorable to have on here with us. And
right,
we just looking for everything because we trying to get.
And it's just to have fun.
Basically, we're just
that's
here to
the main
have a
reason.
good time. Like how that song go. And tonight's gonna be.
And then we gotta record the next podcast right now.
Anyway,
well, it's not good night until we do the other one.
Anyway,
we have another podcast to record right now.
Soon. Okay. Thank you so much for watching us. Thank you for supporting us. Goodbye.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening.
We'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, y'all.
Goodbye.
Have a good one. Have a good rest of your day, night. Have bye.
No, goodbye. Goodbye.
No,
I have the last bye.
No.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. You owe me.
Bye.
All right. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.